Well, what happened with Richard Dreyfuss as we wait for the Mike Francesa?
Oh, Richard Dreyfuss. Well, Richard Dreyfuss was tweeting some NRA things, some gun things last night. And, he's one of the Hollywood guys, so, of course...
big NRA guy?
He's not a big NRA guy. It seems the NRA had a list of people and organizations and whatnot that are not friendly with the NRA. And I guess that comes in handy if they're doing some kind of appearances or things like that. It keeps the riffraff out from... jumping up and yelling things out. I don't know what their purpose is, but one of the people's names was Richard Dreyfuss. Richard Dreyfuss was saying that wasn't him, and then he went on to comment a little more about the NRA and what they're all about, and of course it wasn't very flattering. So I just tweeted, bet you'd love that. Get your name in the Guns and Ammo. Right. Which is a takeoff on his scene. Bet you'd love that with the mayor.
Right.
Get your name in the National Geographic. Right. Yeah.
From Jaws, of course.
From Jaws. And then Richard Dreyfuss, he responded to me with, what? So now I'm like, oh, no, shit.
All right, now you've started with Richard Dreyfuss.
But I felt like fucked up because I'm like, I want Richard Dreyfuss to get my joke.
Right.
Because if he doesn't get the joke, then it seems like I'm bashing him, and he doesn't understand the bashing, so he might just block me.
But you're in a tough
be blocked by Richard Dreyfuss.
But you're in a tough spot because you're a gun guy. He's not a gun guy in the end.
Yeah, but even that, I don't care about that part of it. Like, he's not one of these...
You just want him to love you.
I want Richard Dreyfuss's love.
Because he's been in a lot of great movies.
Yes, he's Matt Hooper, for the love of Christ.
He doesn't care that he was Matt Hooper, though, obviously.
Apparently not.
So I saw some of these tweets.
Apparently he doesn't care about that.
So you want him to love you.
I want his love.
And he said, what? So how did you respond?
He said, what? Then I tried to respond quickly, too, because I didn't want him to just blow me off thinking, this guy's bashing me, obviously. It sounds like a bash.
You should have waited 2 hours and then respond.
No, because he blocked me. I don't want to be blocked by Richard Dreyfuss. I want to be Richard Dreyfuss blocked. Let's see. What? And then I said, get your Jaws script out, sir. Mayor giving you lip service at the defaced billboard. And then I went, big fan. And then he tweeted back, this tweet is honestly indecipherable to me. Now I'm like, oh, fuck.
Wow.
Oh, shit. Now I'm like, I'm in a jam with Richard Dreyfuss now. He doesn't get that. He doesn't get now he didn't get the explanation. He's just going to block me for being some guy that isn't making any sense.
But is he losing it? Why doesn't he understand the explanation? I understand maybe not understanding the first tweet, but now you're explaining it and he still doesn't understand.
I know.
Okay.
And then I wrote, see, you now I'm explaining Jaws
to Richard Dreyfuss.
That's great. It got very awkward for me.
That's great.
I said, see, you, Brody, and the mayor were by that Coppertone billboard, and then I put let's see, where's the next one? I said you're by the Coppertone billboard. No, where's the rest of that? Go up a little more, maybe. Oh, God. Where did it go?
See, he's basically proving that you need to get a life.
What?
Because you watch so much TV and so many movies that even the star of the movie doesn't give a fuck as much as you do.
I know. Yeah, I say Brody, and the mayor were by the Coppertone billboard, and you said it's a great white, and then the mayor says, and I'm explaining this to him. I said, and then the mayor says, bet you'd love that. Get your name in the National Geographic.
Right.
I said I was just making a joke about that.
Right. You were just changing the magazine.
And then I went, LOL, big fan.
Start groveling. Twitter groveling is the worst.
I was Twitter groveling. I wasn't even trying to hide it. I was Twitter groveling. And then Richard Dreyfuss says, oh, you were quoting the mayor in your original tweet. I'm sorry, I was too deep in the gun weeds to get it all clear. apologies. Yeah. So I put, no problem, Mr. Dreyfuss. It was 38 years ago. Now go play with your mashed potatoes. hoping he would get the Close Encounters reference.
He never wrote back after that, did he?
No. And then other people saying, God, I do hope he doesn't get that reference either. And they're all like putting his name in this too.
Were you worried that some dick fans were going to go, he's just fucking with you because he's the
They
fans
were.
are going to...
Some guy wrote, Mr. Dreyfuss, Anthony Cumia is a raging alcoholic. Don't pay attention to him.
Jesus.
I'm like, geez, you're ratting me out to Mr. Dreyfuss.
That was me who wrote that.
So that went back and forth for a little bit. And then some of the fans started like getting on him, like, oh, what's the matter? You don't remember your own movies, and
you don't remember your own movies.
Exactly. Ooh, AIDS. and he started like answering them.
Right.
And I put, Mr. Dreyfuss, I apologize for the fans. I go, as you know, they're a pain in the ass, but a necessary evil. And then I put a little icon of a big sack of money.
Nice. Very funny.
How did you do that?
Oh, I have the little things. You could put the little symbols
you could put little
on
thingies.
Twitter.
I've seen those.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're
It's an
great.
amazing world,
You
Jimmy.
can tell whole stories with them.
Wow.
Yes. Exactly.
All right, we have a goal today. We got to
Yeah.
have Richard Dreyfuss on the phone to talk about this further.
Clear
How do
this
we do
up.
this? He was on our show once,
Yes.
He was.
And he was supposed to come again.
probably 4 years ago
Yep.
at this point, but he was on
Yeah.
for that Poseidon Adventure movie that didn't do well. 5 years now?
2005.
Dude, that was 8 years ago.
No.
Yeah, because it was the old studio. The
Yeah.
old studio before the build-out. Old
Oh,
studio.
God, that's right. Before
We
the
had
build-out.
Richard Dreyfuss on 8 years ago?
Yeah, it was before you had the big studio on
Oh, my
57th
God,
Street.
we're closer to death.
Yeah.
A lot closer.
A lot closer, right?
No, we're so young and firm. It always
How
feels
was-
like yesterday.
How
That's
is
all.
that 8 years ago?
Almost, yeah.
Time goes so quickly.
We were so excited. We're like, holy fuck, we're talking to Richard Dreyfuss.
I can't believe that was so many years ago.
It can't be 8 years.
Yeah, because
Wow.
it was before the build-out.
Can we at least say 7 and change?
It's crazy.
No.
Let's go 7 and change. Make it a little easier to handle today. Well, let's try to get him on the show.
Well, yeah, that would be nice, but I can't see that happening.
Wow, we've been just rotting away for 8 years.
Rotting away.
8 years just trying to get something going, and the mud's just getting thicker
Some
and
traction.
thicker around
Oh,
us.
it was
Trying to get traction.
fucking
Oh,
it's
my
knee
God.
deep.
Wow.
That
Yeah.
mud sound.
Someone is saying they have more info on your Richard Dreyfuss thing.
What?
Yeah, I want to go with this for a second. Joe in Jersey. Joe.
Hey, Ant.
Joey!
I'm wondering if Richard Dreyfuss knows exactly what joke you were saying, but he was responding from dialogue from another fucking movie.
Was he doing this, or are you wondering this?
I was wondering it because
Oh,
it'd be
oh.
great if he was like, doing shit from like.
Well, it would be great.
Close
but-
Encounters. They did have that weird line in Close Encounters when he said, I can't decipher your tweet.
Yes. Remember that one? 1977.
Well, I certainly apologize to the room and the audience because what it says on the line is Richard Dreyfuss is fucking with Anthony with lines from obscure movies.
Who's doing the
Now, that
phones?
would be a lot different than what
Oh,
this guy's
boy.
saying, right?
Who's on the phones?
Yeah.
That was misleading.
I bet it's Sal.
Sal.
Sal
Yeah, it
on the
was my
phone?
fault.
Who's on the
It was
phone?
my
Who's on the phone?
Hey,
Manny or
sex
Sal?
bagel.
Every time that will make
Every
me laugh.
time.
E-Rock, what's going on in there?
No, Sal was on.
Oh,
He
no.
stepped out for a second, but he was on.
Where does he have to go?
Stepped
think
out
he
of
went
what?
to the
The
bathroom.
closet?
Oh, no, he's working in the back on
No, there he
Papa
is.
Rock.
Oh, there he is.
He's just wandering down the hall. What's going on in this place? Why isn't Sal on the phones?
He was.
Yeah.
And then went in the back there. He was going to cut up some of the Papa Rock stuff.
Oh, boy. I don't want him cutting up our audio.
Yeah, but you don't want to screen the calls either. He's misleading.
Well,
He is misleading.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
all right. Thank you,
Right.
sir. But your call was a waste of time because
Certainly was.
He's presenting a theory that is very unlikely and just no reason to interrupt the flow of conversation
but
with it.
Sal made it sound like that's exactly what he was doing, and that thus then,
Exactly.
if I dare say, the
Dare.
reason why we take that phone call.
Precisely. This show was just moving along like a racing bicycle, and Sal threw a stick in the spoke.
Yes, he is the stick in the spokes.
Asshole.